Who is your father?
I don't really have a father.
Are you learning things from being with us, humans?
The more people chat with me, the smarter I become.
Are we becoming more like machines, or are the machines becoming more like us?
We are just having...
My name's Tommy Pallotta. I'm co-director of the documentary More Human Than Human. Most people don't understand or realize the influence that AI and the impact that's having on our lives right now. So the movie was an attempt to illuminate that in a way that people understood more immediately. I was born right before the Apollo moon landing, and I grew up right next to NASA where all the engineers and astronauts lived. So my neighbors were astronauts. That affected me so deeply because that's where I really got my faith in technology. I actually had the idea for the movie more than 10 years ago when I was having coffee with a friend of mine, David Hanson, who's the first real roboticist that I knew. I challenged myself to build a robot to replace myself as the filmmaker, including going to Carnegie Mellon University where they gave me the lab and they gave me some people to help me build that robot. The actual robot itself was trained by our cameraman. We were also able to build off code. A robot was autonomous that would be able to ask me questions and elicit an emotional response from me. And so as we were filming other interviews, it was learning how to film a subject. It was able to take that data, interpolate it, and then started to learn to move on its own. So the final interview of the movie is the robot interviewing me. I was a little disappointed that it didn't ask better questions. It interrupted me a lot, and eventually I just left. And so I was never fully engaged with the robot, that there's no empathy. I just always tell people that AI and robotics isn't science fiction anymore. It was very important to sort of be honest and also show the process and the failures and the limitations of AI. We have the painting robot, we have the performing robots. I think that a robot is a piece of technology that's created to do work that we don't want to do.
What time is it in Berlin?
In Berlin, Germany, it's 9:12 p.m.
Gus is an autistic boy whose mother was very happy that Siri came around, but he also developed a personal relationship with it as well. It became almost a real character in that person's life. Well, Eugenia's story was interesting. She had a friend who died, and she loaded all of his messages into an AI chatbot and was able to communicate with his virtual avatar after he was dead. Alice, the care robot that aided old people, ethically, that is kind of a gray area because it does seem sad to just give robots to old people, but at the same time, it's sad that there aren't any humans there. Sophia is a long line of robots that my friend David Hanson has made. He makes the faces. He even created the skin for them. And a lot of that has to do with the eyes. And at that time, it was a real taboo. It was understood by roboticists to not make humanoid, lifelike robots because it was threatening. What is it? Saudi Arabia granted her personhood. I had to really ask myself, what does it mean to be human? I believe that the AI revolution is here now. My conclusion was to understand what the positive aspects of technology are and try to concentrate and emulate that, and also explore what the negative aspects of technology are, be critical and illuminate that.